Oh my goodness. I did not think that would be Gowther's backstory. The man tried to give the girl he loved his heart. He ripped it out of his own chest, tried to insert it inside of her, and she couldn't be revived. Wow. And the image of Gowther over her body while they're both nude, and you see the blood all over the place, it looks like Gowther was a psychopath. Like, the man went psycho and started just tearing her apart. That's what the image looked like from an outsider's perspective. When you saw the guards come in, it makes a lot of sense why they reacted like they did. Wow, just to think that was how Gowther got his sin of lust. And it wasn't even lust in the first place. I mean, he was doing something that could be considered lustful, but it was a very sweet act. It was two people coming together and wanting to, find love in each other. And I just can't believe the way she died. The way the princess died. She died, like her heart stopped. Like she died of like a heart attack or whatever while they were getting it on. And I'm like, bro, like, holy shit, Nakama-sensei. Like, that's kind of fucked up, don't you think? Like, that's pretty damn fucked. So, yeah, Gowther, his backstory kind of revealed. Now we know why he got his sin, and now we kind of know why he doesn't remember anything anymore. It's thanks to him ripping out his own heart, tossing it away once he realized his heart couldn't save the person he loved, and he just wanted to forget everything. He no longer wanted to remember anything. He just wanted to be a plain doll, an empty shell. That's all he wanted to be anymore after that was done. Now I understand. Now it makes a lot of sense why he doesn't remember things, why he, doesn't have any emotions or personality. Now it makes a lot of sense when you see this, because of what happened in this, flashback chapter. So besides that, though, let's talk about something that's very interesting about this chapter, which I'm assuming is going to be a big plot point for the future. Apparently, the entirety of the kingdom is built upon the Fairy King Forest, or the original Fairy King Forest. Now I'm like, what? That's, that is interesting. Why is the entire kingdom built upon the entirety of the Fairy King Forest? That has me interested. Why? For Nakama-sensei to reveal that, especially with this being the place that, has been the main front and center of the flashback arc we've been getting, I'm assuming that place probably is going to have something very important for the future part of the series because of why the kingdom is built upon it. Maybe some form of sill or something, I have no idea. Regardless, though, let's look at Gowther's predicament and how he was locked away. So, we don't really know exactly how the original Gowther died. We know he probably starved or something and died of old age because of the way he shriveled up. But overall, though, we don't know exactly what led to those circumstances to where he was locked up underneath, the entirety of the kingdom, and why he never tried to escape in the first place. And most likely some form of sill, if I had to think of a simple thing for it. Regardless, though, they were under there for a very long time, and Gowther, the original Gowther, gave his doll Gowther an actual gift. He's like, this is my first and last gift to you. I give you a heart. I want you to be able to do something I was never able to accomplish. Well, seek out what I was never able to do, but I wanted. And I'm going to assume what the original Gowther wanted was to see the world, be able to feel so many different emotions, and be what he wants to be. Be selfish instead of selfless. And I feel like that's kind of what he wanted his doll to be like. And so that's why he gave his doll freedom, why he gave him free will, why he allowed his doll to have own personality, and all of that was for he could do whatever he wants to do. And so that's kind of why he gifted him that gift and why Gowther was like he was. Now, we don't really know if the original Gowther is quote-unquote dead or not, because the reason why I'm saying this is we do know that the original Gowther and our Gowther that we know of, they have the ability to manipulate the mind. They can mess with people's minds and make you see shit or whatever. And so there is a very likely possibility. I'm not saying it's 100%, but there is a possibility, even if it's slim, even a 1% chance, there is a possibility that the original Gowther is still alive, and that he might have tampered or manipulated the doll Gowther's memories where he thinks his actual master is dead. That is a possibility, and I don't want, anyone to consider that he's completely dead yet, because he could pop up maybe 100 chapters down the road. So just making sure you all have that FYI that he might not be officially dead. There is a potential possibility he could come back in the future. Regardless of that, though, Gowther, this man, seeing him act like he did throughout this side story we got was pretty sad, because he acted so different compared to the Gowther we know. I mean, the Gowther we know doesn't have any emotions and all that. He's very interested in finding out how emotions are, but this Gowther was very aware. It's like he was like a baby. He didn't really know how to act or whatever. He honestly, had these new raw emotions or whatever, acting like his own being. FYI, if you hear anything, I know this is the middle of the video. If you hear anything, it's fucking raining outside. It just started up, so fine. Anyways, though, Gowther, now seeing him with all these emotions, he was acting like a brand new baby, kind of coming to terms with all these emotions and all that, being to act like his own person, and he finally remembered why he was down here in the first place, and remembered his original creator, which was the original Gowther. Pretty much the princess and Gowther, their relationship was very sweet. You saw these two characters growing closer. The princess, she was very frail. She was someone that has never really seen much of the outside world. She was someone that was very sickly, and she couldn't do a lot of, exercise or things to exert herself. While Gowther was someone that was new and entered into her life, and he was showing her different things that she's never seen before. And so these two characters were exploring things that they never got to experience before. Gowther was experiencing how to live a life, be a person, while she was living a life to how to fall in love, but also just seeing the outside world and many things she's never seen before. And it was a very sweet relationship building up between these two characters, and it's very sad to see how the relationship ended up and how she died. So, Gowther's backstory is pretty damn tragic and sad, and I feel really bad, but damn. So, just let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about this week's chapter of Taizai? I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.